Welcome all. Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Telugu candidates shine in UPSC Civil Services exam. Scores of Telugu candidates have cleared the Civil Services exam, the results of which were announced by the Union Public Service Commission UPSC on Tuesday. Among the 829 candidates selected to various civil services, 25-year-old Katta Ravi Teja, a native of Khammam district in Telangana, secured All India rank AIR 77. In his first attempt, he secured AIR 349. Other high-ranking Telangana candidates are MV Satyasai Karthik 130, K Prem Sagar 170, K Lakshmi Pavana Gayatri 427, K Karthik 428, and Rashmita Rao 534 and K Shashikant 746. Candidates got selected to work for the Indian Administrative Service, Indian Foreign Service, Indian Police Service, and other central services. COVID-19 spares none but fatality just 1%, Telangana IT Minister KT Ramarao. Municipal Administration and Urban Development Minister KT Ramarao said that though COVID-19 is not sparing anyone, there is no need to worry too much as the fatality rate is just 1%. Speaking after inaugurating a COVID-19 ward at the government hospital and some ambulances here, the minister spoke about how even the rich and powerful are contracting the virus. The virus has not spared even the chief ministers of Karnataka and Madhya Pradesh, B.S. Yediyurappa and Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Union Home Minister Amit Shah. The virus has no bias, it is infecting everyone, but there is no need to panic as the mortality rate is very low, just 1%, Ramarao said. However, he cautioned people about being lax in taking precautions against the infection. You will have to be very careful for a very few more months. You cannot escape from the fact that we have to live with the virus and this will go on for some more time. While doing so, we should not lower the guard at any time and expose ourselves to the virus, the minister said. Strengthened DCA to weed out fake drugs, Andhra Pradesh CM Jagan Mohan Reddy. Stressing the need to root out the menace of fake medicines, Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy on Drug Control Authority DCA should be strengthened in the interest of public health. Jagan ordered the officials concerned to develop an action plan within a month for starting Drug Control Vigilance and Intelligence Wing. The Chief Minister held a review meeting with officials of the DCA where he directed them to take action against those manufacturing and marketing fake medicines, strengthen laboratories, set up a vigilance and intelligence wing, and penalize violators as part of the crackdown on fake medicines. Jagan also instructed the officials to increase the testing capacity in the DCA laboratories at Vijayawada, Kurnool, and Visakhapatnam, where almost 13,000 samples can be tested. Telangana HC to hear petition on OGH on August 17. A two-judge panel of the Telangana High Court comprising Chief Justice Raghavendra Singh Chauhan and Justice B. Vijay Sen Reddy on Tuesday adjourned all the matters relating to demolition of the Osmania General Hospital to August 17. The panel was dealing with a matter filed by the Healthcare Reforms Doctors Association seeking directions to initiate steps to develop a new multi-storied building block complex in place of the existing dilapidated structure located at Afzalganj in the city. The government pointed out that there were several PILs pending before the court on various issues relating to the Osmania General Hospital, including demolition of the old building. The panel will continue to hear the matter on August 17. Interstate pangolin poaching racket busted in Telangana's Bhattadri Kothagudem, 12 arrested. Forest Department officials from Bhattadri Kothagudem district busted an interstate racket involved in the smuggling of pangolin scales from Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and Odisha and nabbed 12 persons during the week-long operation. Pangolin scales weighing around 4 kg were seized from their possession and illegal transactions worth Rs 1 crore were foiled with the arrest, said District Forest Officer L. Ranjit Nayak. Based on reliable information, forest officials apprehended one person identified as B. Ravi near Kothagudem and recovered 10 pangolin scales. He confessed to have purchased the scales from a person in Bhadrachalam for Rs 10,000. Every ward in Hyderabad's Gandhi Hospital to have a senior doctor, Telangana Minister. Telangana will add 200 beds for critical care support for COVID-19 patients in Gandhi Hospital's academic block. Health Minister Iyatala Rajender visited the upcoming ward. He ordered some crucial changes in patient management protocols at the hospital. In his meeting with the superintendent and RMO of the hospital, Dr. Raja Rao and Dr. D. Sheshadri, Iyatala said that from now on, one HOD will be attached to every single ward in the Gandhi Hospital. This is being done to improve patient management. The minister also discussed that the staff to tackle COVID 19 must be increased as the entire burden of critical care was on Gandhi Hospital. The minister also directed that coordinators must be put in place to call the family of ailing patients and give out information about their condition twice a day. The minister also directed the increased use of machinery for the purposes of sanitization. Forcing COVID-19 patients out of homes will attract legal action, Telangana Minister T. Harish Rao. Appealing to people to not discriminate against COVID-19 patients, Finance Minister T. Harish Rao warned those forcing patients to vacate their homes and villages of legal action. He was speaking after inaugurating the GITO COVID Care Center at Begumpet. The Jain International Trade Organization GITO Hyderabad chapter, in association with Mahavir Hospital and Research Center, has converted the Hotel Manasarovar, the Fun at Chiran Fort Club in Begumpet, into GITO COVID Care Center. The center, with over 100 beds, will provide services like isolation as well as treatment for asymptomatic patients and those with mild symptoms. Thanking the GITO for coming up with such an initiative, Harish Rao said, the government under the leadership of Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao is working tirelessly for the cause. Appealing to the citizens to unite in the fight against the pandemic, he said, "You are safe only when the entire society is safe. Hence, if anyone contracts the virus, we should fight together against the disease and not against the person." Andhra Pradesh to agree to Apex Council meet on August 5. The Andhra Pradesh government is all set to give its consent on Tuesday for the Apex Council meet scheduled for August 5 in New Delhi, where issues related to sharing Krishna River water between Andhra Pradesh and Telangana are to be discussed. The Union Jal Shakti Ministry called for the meeting in view of the simmering differences between the two states over the proposed new projects and ongoing ones in the Krishna River basin. Sources said the Apex Council itself has set a 4-point agenda for the meeting: KRMB jurisdiction, new projects on the Krishna, location of the KRMB headquarters, and mechanism for Krishna and Godavari water sharing between Andhra Pradesh and Telangana state. However, Telangana CM K. Chandrasekhar Rao decided to have the Apex Council meeting postponed probably to August 20, but the Andhra Pradesh government has not received any communication from the Apex Council to this effect. Andhra Pradesh COVID-19 tally rises to 1,66,586 with 7,822 fresh cases. Andhra Pradesh recorded 7,822 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, ending pushing the count to 1,66,586. A good number of 5,786 patients were discharged from hospitals, taking the total recoveries to 88,672. According to the media bulletin released by the State Command Control Room, 45,516 samples were tested, including 27,428 VRDL, TrueNAT and NACO, and 18,088 rapid antigen in the last 24 hours ending. East Godavari continues to record the highest number of cases. As many as 1,113 people tested positive in the district in the last 24 hours, taking the total to 23,314. With 19,679 cases, Kurnool stood second in the overall cases in the state. Visakhapatnam yet again recorded more than 1,000 cases, and with 1,049 new cases, the cumulative tally now stands at 14,196. Anantapur with 953 cases, Vizianagaram with 677, Kadapa with 576 and Guntur with 573 were among the districts which recorded more than 500 cases. Revolutionary Telugu writer Vangapandu Prasad Rao dies in Andhra Pradesh at 77. Revolutionary writer and singer Vangapandu Prasad Rao passed away at his residence in Parvatipuram of Vizianagaram district in the early hours of Tuesday following cardiac arrest. He was 77. He is survived by his daughter Vangapandu Usha. Vangapandu has written hundreds of folk songs that reflect various aspects of oppressed classes of North Andhra and tribals. Empillo Veldamotsava, Empillado Veldamotsava, Yantrametta Nadustum Dante, Janjaneka Janare are some of his popular songs. Born in Pedda Bondapalli of Parvatipuram Mandal in 1943, he founded Jananatya Mandali, a cultural wing of People's War Group in 1972, and was quite popular as Uttarandhra Gaddar. He was awarded Kalaratna Award by the state government in 2017. Chief Minister Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy mourned the demise of Vangapandu and said he was saddened to learn the poet is no more. He said that Vangapandu was close to him and has led the North Andhra movement from the forefront with his inspirational songs. He conveyed his condolences to the bereaved family. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share, and subscribe Pie and Times.